Hey, what's up y'all, it's Gluke, and I'm back with a highly requested video. This one is going to be a very interesting topic to cover, as not very many people know much about NFTs. And me being someone who only recently started taking a closer look at the NFT market, I don't call myself an expert, but I can at least give some context on how it works. As always, if you do enjoy today's video, I heard that subscribing gives a raid unub luck on your next raid win, so just try it, see how it goes. I'll also be live a ton grinding this new season, so if you want to come hang out, twitch.tv/MajorGluke, links in the description. Also, before we start today's video, I'm making a change in my unobtainable price prediction. With this most recent update, Deep Space no longer changes cosmetics to the space texture. This will cause a heavy hit to Deep Space's price, as it no longer matches the items you're wearing to the dye. I think with this new change, Deep Space could drop into the 1.5 to 1.9 million range, and the new Frostbite might take top spot going forward. Alright, so let's get into today's topic. So what is an NFT? There has been quite a lot of talk about this new rarity in Krunker, although no one seems to know what it means. I've had some people in my YouTube comments try to tell me what it meant.
Actually, Gluke, NFT means not for trade.
But it definitely doesn't mean that. If it's rarer than unobtainable and you can't even trade it, then what would be the point? NFT stands for non-fungible token, and it actually serves a huge purpose even outside of Krunker. What does non-fungible even mean then? Well, non-fungible basically means that the item you own is one of a kind and certified to be completely unique on the NFT market. So there would ever only be one copy of the NFT that you own. And the NFT Rarity won't even be new items. It'll mostly be vaulted unobtainables, and maybe even a few new ones that we may not have seen yet. So why would they make second versions of the same thing on a new rarity? Because being an NFT Rarity item allows it to be compatible with the NFT market, which operates outside of Krunker. People buy and sell NFTs of all kinds of things on this marketplace, and you could really make any personal file an NFT, including Krunker unobtainables. To put it simply, the NFT marketplace is a place where people invest in items to try to make profit. But instead of KR, it's cryptocurrency. And cryptocurrency is a real-life money investment. So for example, instead of listing your RGB on the Krunker market, you could list your NFT Rarity RGB on the NFT market and get cryptocurrency for it instead. As an extreme example, an NFT that was created of the first tweet ever put out on Twitter sold for over $2 million worth of cryptocurrency to a private investor. Now don't expect Krunker unobtainables to ever come close to being sold for this much, but there is room for prices to move up and down. So you're saying we can sell unobtainables for real money? Not exactly, because it depends on how the NFT idea is implemented. There are two ways they could implement the NFT Rarity that I'll talk about today, but of course they could end up making it happen some other way. The first way would be converting all now vaulted copies of unobtainables into NFT Rarity items, totaling over 803 total copies. Or they could decide to make only one NFT Rarity copy for each unobtainable, totaling only 20. But if they're supposed to be one of a kind, then how can they have multiple copies of the same NFT item? Actually, each one of the multiple copies can still be made unique despite being the same item. Let's take Frostbite for example. Say they made all 21 units an individual NFT. Rather than just listing Frostbite as a single NFT, they would be ordered and numbered by which copy it is. So Frostbite number 1 all the way through Frostbite number 21. They've actually already posted Frostbite number 1 on an NFT marketplace as a test, and the highest bid on it right now is $68. That's right, you can go buy this Frostbite for less than it costs to buy 60k KR. In all seriousness, it's just a test listing, and as far as I know, they aren't actually selling a Frostbite here. I heard it was Vince who made this listing on the market, but we'll have to wait and see if this thing ever actually gets sold. I'll have a link to this page in the description if you guys want to check it out. But seeing how this Frostbite is numbered, it could be possible that they make every copy of a vaulted unobtainable its own NFT. So if I can sell my unobtainables on this market in the future, does that mean I should invest my whole inventory into an unobtainable now? Definitely don't invest anything you have into an unobtainable, But if you can afford one, it's not a bad idea to have one or two. This idea most likely won't be completely implemented for a long time, as they have to engineer a way to connect the Krunker market to the NFT market and the crypto system as a whole. Although if unobtainables are successfully made into NFTs, the price and demand of unobtainables is going to absolutely skyrocket. Since unobtainables would be the only way to get your inventory converted into cryptocurrency, they would be almost impossible to get. Or should I say, they would be unobtainable. Another way they could implement this NFT feature is instead of making each copy of an unobtainable an NFT, they might just make a single NFT for each one. So there'd be a total of 20 NFTs to exist, one for each unobtainable. This implementation could also be possible as the devs have been against mass selling of inventories before, so limiting this NFT feature to an extremely limited count could happen. How this would pan out though entirely depends on how they choose to decide ownership of these exclusively scarce NFTs. Whether they give them away, list them on the crypto market, or just decide to put them in spins for some reason, all of these choices could greatly affect how this version of NFTs would work. What if I don't have any of this cryptocurrency or what I need to receive it? Could I still trade these NFT unobtainables in game? I would assume so, since it's still an item within Krunker. But if you tried to trade an NFT Rarity RGB that could possibly be sold on a separate market for cryptocurrency, the offers for it in game would be absolutely ridiculous, as NFTs would be the only rarity that can be turned into a real-life investment. Ultimately, the possibilities for NFTs as a whole in Krunker could really be endless, but it's undeniable that no matter how they choose to implement this new rarity, it will have a huge impact on the game and its future. I'm sure most of you weren't expecting NFT Rarity to be this important. What are your guys' thoughts on it? Do you think it's a good idea for Krunker to take this route with the rarest items? Let me know down below. And with that, I'll see you guys later.